Wow. Okay. Well, that's great. Welcome to another edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. How about that? I know how to actually produce. Again, your pregame edition.
Can you spell produce? That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter, giving you something to think about along with Mr. Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. There it is. We're live here from Tampa. Joe's getting you ready for Tampa Bay Buccaneer football versus the Detroit Lions. Your 5-1 Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Detroit Lions
of the NFC North.
There you go, right there on Monday Night Football. So we'll take your phone calls. Reports are flying fast and furious, if you will.
I'll break it. Emeka's playing.
Yes, Emeka Egbuka is going to play.
And
that's
Mike
the reports.
Evans.
And Mike Evans. So we'll throw it out there. Let's throw it out there. Let's go out to the phone lines. What's your name? Where you're calling from? You're on the Evolution. Yours truly, along with Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. What's going on, Corey? How you doing?
Hey, Corey. How are you, buddy?
I'm great, man. I just got 4 words for a Bucs victory tonight.
What's that?
6 and a half. Do y'all see that, how disrespectful that spread is tonight?
Yes, absolutely.
6 and a half. Who in the hell of it do they think the Detroit Lions are in comparison to us?
The Detroit, I'm going to tell you who the Detroit Lions are. They're a very, very upset team the way they lost to Kansas City. Let me tell you something. That's who the Detroit Lions are. And let me tell you something. It might not even be enough points because I'm going to tell you right now, if Tampa doesn't run that football, that 6.5 ain't going to be enough. If Tampa can run that football, everybody can start running around their house naked because then they will win. If they can't run tonight, it will be a long night, unfortunately.
So what's your confidence level? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
My confidence level tonight for this game?
Yes.
Oh, I'm a 10 on the confidence scale. I think Detroit is a really good team. But you know who else is a really good team? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And we have to, regardless of what FanDuel odds are, we have to win the team. And that's why you have quarterbacks like you have to overcome. You said we won't be able to run the ball, or if we can't run the ball, it's going to be a long night. Right now, the rhythm that we are as a team, I think we, will be able to run the ball. But B, I think the rhythm that we are as a team, offensively, where Baker is, I don't think it's going to be a detriment to making us lose the game. I think right now where we are and where Detroit is, health matters a lot. I think where we are, we'll probably see this team again down the line, of course. But where we are today,
I can hear him on the phone.
All right, good stuff, man. Appreciate the call. Anything else here on the Evolution? 6.5. All right, my friend. Good stuff. All right.
What's your final score? Hold on. Before you already hung up?
Yeah, I already hung up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, already hung up. So, all right. So, open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. It seems a little faint to me for some reason.
It's not. It's this right here. You're honestly having a little bit of an issue with your microphone. I just listened to us on the phone, and it does sound really good.
All right, we'll go back out to the phone lines here. What's your name? Where you're calling from? You're on the Sports Web.
Matt calling from Titusville, Florida.
What's up, Matt?
What's going on, guys? Just wanted to call in, first-time caller, because I'm super stoked tonight. In fact, Egbuka and Evans both playing, so I got high hopes for this team. You guys think our pass rush is going to be able to get home tonight, Jared Goff?
You know what? That's a great question, but I got a question for you before we answer that. What's your level of confidence if Tampa cannot run the football?
That Tampa cannot run the football?
Yeah, let's just say they cannot run the football. You got to remember, you have no Bucky Irving tonight, so you're down to Tucker and you're down to I lost you. All right, you have no Tucker and you have no White.
We have
Pete, whatever you did.
With this pass game and Detroit's whole secondary being banged up or suspended, I still have confidence in this team. The way Baker's playing, and the way he can scramble and run out of damn near anything after what we saw last week. So, my confidence is still high in this team, whether they can run the ball or not.
Okay. All right. Hold on a sec here. Stand by. Yeah, that's what it comes down to, honestly. It comes down to running the ball, of course, and not turning over the ball. That's what it also comes
That's-
down to.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Let's see if Baker can keep up with these no interceptions. Now, no, he only has one interception, but he's also got saved. He's had quite a few turnover-worthy plays, so let's just hope he limits those tonight.
Absolutely.
Hey, just out of curiosity, caller, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. I can hear you just fine.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on with my
Whatever you did there. Can you hear Peter okay?
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you guys now. I mean, a minute ago it was cutting out a little bit, but I can hear you guys just fine now.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it alone at this point. All right.
Yeah, it sounds perfect right there.
All right, good.
Thank
good
you.
Stuff. All right. Anything else here, my friend? Give me a prediction.
My predict is Bucs walk away with a win, 35-33.
Wow.
Last minute field goal by Chase McLaughlin.
If that's going to be the actual score, you need to make sure you get on, bet now, bet early, and bet often because they are huge underdogs in this game. If you actually have them winning the game, put them on the money line. So, as the Greek always says, put your money where your mouth is. Thanks for calling in, brother.
All right. Appreciate you.
Yeah, you guys have a good one.
Yep. All right. So again, we're getting you ready for Bucs versus the Detroit Lions here. Bucs are 5-1. I can't hear myself at this point, but that's okay. Yep.
I can hear you, Pete.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I guess that's all that needs to be said.
That's it. We got plenty of comments at this point. Stand by for a moment. You take over this.
Sure, I can take over that.
Yep.
Oh, my God. I can't believe he left me on the line with Ed. Ed, how you doing today, sir?
How you doing, Harry?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. We're having some technical difficulties, but I'd be more than happy to talk to you. What's going on, man? What's on your mind?
I think you can hear me now, right?
Here's my I hear you.
Yes.
My
Okay, go ahead.
prediction Is
We're good.
Bucs 34-20.
34-20. So you're not scared that they're 6.5 point underdogs.
No, I think that this is just purely disrespect right here.
Disrespect.
I'm really upset about the fact that they're being disrespected by this. I hope the Bucs destroy them. In fact, I hope they beat them by 40 points.
Well, they're going to have
that would be
they're
nice.
going to have an opportunity because coming into this game, I don't think anybody expected Emeka Ibuka to play. He's going to play.
Nope.
Mike Evans is going to play, and then on top of it, I can hear just fine. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah,
Okay, good.
I'm good. Yes, I'm good. We can hear each other. Not only Ibuka and Mike Evans are going to play, but also you're facing a Detroit Lions team that's down with all.
Defense.
Hold on. Stop cutting me off here. They're going to have a defense, a secondary that's not going to have anybody that's playing at this point. So that's going to be an advantage. And you have the hottest
Peter.
quarterback in the National Football League in Baker Mayfield.
Listen, I am the guy that's the devil's advocate.
I know.
Okay, I always am. You got to, you know what the three things? Love them, hate them. You got to have them. Okay,
Sure.
But let me explain
Yes.
something to you. I understand that, but you have to be able to run the football. We've got to pound that narrative. You go in there trying to sling the ball and to get in the shootout tonight against Detroit. No.
I think the whole run.
But
the
if they
football,
run this football, this, my friend, will be an ass whooping like you haven't seen. And Tucker and White, they better be ready, and they better get ready because they're going to get called on upon them.
well,
many
they've been
times.
able to run the football because they were able to run the football versus the San Francisco 49ers for over 100 yards. And a lot of people go,
different defense right now.
well, I get it. But
Really
that's-
banged up, Peter.
That's what
Honestly,
I'm
in
saying.
all fairness.
That's what I'm saying. So this should be an advantage for the Bucs versus the Lions because I think you would have to look at San Francisco last week. Again, they lose Fred Warner, but you saw what they did against the Atlanta Falcons. I thought they were a much more talented defense than the Detroit Lions. I get it. You have to worry about Aiden Hutchinson.
Not playing that well this year, Pete.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
But the last time he played the Bucs, 4.5 sacks.
Yeah, he's not getting that this time.
So-
And the Bucs were damaged on the offensive line. You recall that, right?
Yeah.
Ed, are you still with us?
I am.
So,
The Bucs are still damaged on the offensive line.
Well, yeah, but not like they did last year when they faced them. Okay, I understand that they're damaged. Aiden Hutchinson's
Yes.
not going to have one of those coming out of or come to Jesus type of meetings. Meeting the quarterback with everything else. It's not going to be like that.
Right.
This game is going to be strictly depending on whether or not the Buccaneers can stop the two-headed monster between Montgomery and what's the other clown's name?
Jamar Gibbs.
Jamar Gibbs. Okay, if they can stop that, Tampa's secondary is going to feast on Jared Goff because it will force Jared Goff to go ahead and make mistakes. Now, how do the Bucs beat this team after playing defense, guys? They have to be able to run that football. You've got to pound that rock, Pete. Repeat after me, pound the rock. You pound that rock, and that play-action pass is going to open up, and Baker Mayfield will still be the hottest quarterback in the National Football League. You don't pound that rock, and they start and Detroit, Pete, you know it just well as I do.
Yep.
Once they start pinning their ears back, it's not a good thing. So pound that rock and control that football, and you win this game.
All right, and going back to last week, you have the numbers there with the Bucs. You throw the ball 23 times,
right?
You ran the ball more than you passed the ball.
Listen,
and you still ran, and I think people just thought it was a passing game, but what it comes down to is being balanced. That's what it's all about with this Bucs offense. If you can be balanced, you can be that much more dangerous. I will say this.
What's that?
I understand where you're coming from with pounding the rock, but if Detroit is missing their entire secondary, and Ed, we appreciate the call. Give me a score prediction, and we'll get back to what we were talking about. What's the score prediction here for the Bucs?
30-20 Bucs.
All right, 30-20
wow,
Bucs. Good stuff there. Love it. I gotta put my sound.
I
know
Ed's
you can hear
confidence.
that.
I know. Listen, I love Ed's confidence. 30-20 is a real strong. You know what? From his mouth to God's ears to fruition. Okay. Yes,
I think it's certainly possible because again, Detroit is missing their entire secondary, including Brian Branch, who's suspended after last week for doing.
How about that? Let's talk about that for a second.
Well, it's ridiculous.
How do you get away with this? I mean, what was worse, what he did, or what the hell is his name from the University of Georgia?
Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter.
Yes.
Which one do you think is worse?
He's worse. Because he's punching Juju Smith-Schuster at the end of the game. It's stupid on his part. It's selfish, and now it's going to cost him. And
is it bad for me to say that this guy should have been suspended for the year?
No, I don't think he could be suspended for the year. But maybe you could make the case
he's
for
lucky,
him.
He's
to
lucky
be
not to have
suspended
charges brought up on him.
Well, it's football.
No, buddy, that's not. At the end of the game, it's not football, sir.
Right. Well,
it's not the heat of the moment anymore. I'll bet you if you go ahead and pose that question right now, people would agree with me.
What's that?
That's assault.
I mean, it's football.
It's the end of the game.
I get that.
The whistles have already blown.
I get that. And they're going to suspend him for one game. And a lot of people felt like,
who cares?
A lot of people felt like he should have been suspended for longer than one game. The impact is on Branches with Branch in the secondary. He's impactful last year for that Lions secondary against the Bucs. He had one interception, had 6 tackles. So that's a big time. That's a big time loss for the Lions at this point. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391 here live from Tampa Joe's. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Mr. Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire, as we get you ready for Bucs versus the Lions on Monday Night Football. Get down here, 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa for your Bucs away watch party.
This is exciting.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful venue. The food is absolutely fantastic.
It is.
And you know what's even nicer?
What's that?
The people that come in here are so nice. It's not even funny.
It is. I just saw the owner, Steve Harrington.
They allowed a guy with a Chicago shirt on, and he's Greek, of course, of all people. They just let him come.
Well,
in.
that's my fault because I should have got you a Sports Web shirt already. But I'm trying to work here with Travis Meserol to get you one of these, of course, one of these polos. So,
hey,
all right.
I'm going to answer this one.
Go ahead, answer it. All right, let's go out to Ed Kirby. Ed, welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television, my friend.
Hey, go Bucs.
Yes, go Bucs. Absolutely.
Wait up, no, boy. Wait up.
Go Bucs.
Yeah!
Go Bucs. All right, so what's on your mind tonight, my friend?
I just want to say that I'm very grateful that you fellas took your night to give us some really good pregame coverage and talk about the Bucs.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yes.
Because our bandwagon is growing, my friend, up here in upstate South Carolina.
You're up in South Carolina?
Yes.
You got a Buc-ee's up there?
I'm in Greenville, South Carolina.
Greenville. That's a great city.
My story on how I became a Bucs fan is awesome, but I don't want to talk about that right now. We can talk about that on the back channel or what have you.
Sure.
However, Branch, first of all, Branch, you saw that it seemed like, did both of them go in with their hand out like they're going to dap up or shake hands?
Well, that's what. Right. That's what it looked like. It looked like they were going to dab up, and then Branch threw a punch at him, which is, just a stupid action
that's
on his
part.
part.
PBS there, buddy.
Yeah, that's
PBS. I'm not talking about the TV channel.
But he thought about that. He knew what he was doing. He planned that from probably sometime in the fourth quarter. I'm just saying. Anyway,
hey, that does well for our Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're already operating very well. Baker's throwing excellent against zone coverage. He's also throwing against his impromptu plays and his athleticism. He's playing like the number 1 overall pick that the defunct and always doubted for a reason Cleveland Browns, the mistake on the lake. I pity them.
Hey,
because
since you know the mistake by the lake, when you say you said a mistake by the lake, where's the other city that's called the mistake by the lake?
You know, Greek, I'm just trying to be funny for this show, man.
No, but no. There's 2 of them, and some people call it Chicago, but actually it's Gary, Indiana. No, it's Gary, Indiana.
You know what? Erie has their own problems. I'm not trying to, bring them up right now. They don't even have a team, and they have many problems.
Right. Well,
anywho, so listen. My heart wants to say that we're going to win tonight, and we're going to win like 38-34.
Yeah, I think it may be. Listen, it may definitely be one of those things where it could be a shootout. But I happen to think
it's a flip flop. It could be either team. It's a flip flop.
Well, I think this defense.
I hope Ibuka is ready to come back, because if he grabs it tonight, if he grabs the back of his leg, then we have problems. Nobody knew he was hurt last week. Am I wrong?
No.
He was on the sideline grabbing his face mask, ready to go, but they said, "No, young man, sit down. It's okay."
You know what? I don't know if they're going to have him on a pitch count. I don't know what kind of blocking assignments that they're going to give him, because he's actually a really good blocker. He plays the slot really well. If we have
Ibuka and Evans at 80% each, we're going to torch the. Can I say the S word?
Of course you can.
We're going to torch the shit out of them.
There you go. We
go.
give you a little bit of a sound effect.
Little sound effect right there.
We're going to torch the shit out of them. I mean, we know, hey, we're the team that plays well with our number 4, number 5 receivers. My friend at work, he's a Panthers fan. He played practice squad for them back in the day, back in the Josh Norman, Cam days. But I said, hey, because he's an Ohio State fan. He's like, man, y'all got a Buka, blah, blah, blah. And I called them up at a random. I said, you know what the difference is between the Panthers and the Bucs? I said, technically, Ibuka is our number 4 receiver. Technically. Because Jalen, you know what I'm saying? I'm just having fun with them. Yes. If you look at it, we keep the, and it's like Jalen keeps up the way he would play. He's not going to be good till next year, right? If he can come back in the playoffs and get some good third downs for us, I'm happy with that. And hopefully the Super Bowl.
All right, my friend, I appreciate the call. Give me a score prediction really quick, and we got to run.
38-34 Bucs.
All right, man. Appreciate you as always. Let's go out to David Zuzman here. David, welcome to the Evolution. You're live here from Tampa Joe's as we get you ready for Bucs versus the Detroit Lions on Monday Night Football.
Hello. I'd like to say hello to you and the Greek.
What's up, David?
I'm feeling confident today. I think that if we are very efficient in the red zone defending, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And if we explore their secondary, it's going to be completely messed up, playing with a lot of backups. I think that's the key to victory. I do think we need to run the ball because we cannot be just one-dimensional, but I think it's the long plays, the big passes that are going to make a big difference tonight.
And listen, I think they have an opportunity here, and this is what I'm talking about, the big-time matchup, because, again, the Lions are missing Terrion Arnold. They're missing Joseph. They're missing Avonte Maddox. And, again, we talked about Brent, so you're missing your entire secondary. So I get it. Yep. I understand about running the ball because you want to be balanced. But also there's an opportunity here for Baker Mayfield in this wide receiving core, whether you have Evans or Ibuka, which listen, they're not 100%. The Bucs are playing them, but don't forget the Johnson & Johnson kids there with
Procter and Gamble, I like to call them.
Right. Cameron Johnson, Tez Johnson there, and of course Sterling Shepard, who is a widely veteran and has great, chemistry with Baker Mayfield. Don't forget about those guys either. And don't forget about Cade Otton, who showed up and who's had some good games versus the Lions. So I definitely think this could be a night where the Bucs throw the ball a lot, throw the ball all over the place, and it's going to come down to what? The offensive line protecting, and it starts with that right side, and whether they're moving Hutchinson to the right side or the left side versus Tristan Wirfs, which you would assume they're going to go to the right side. So do the Bucs bring in a tight end? Do you go max protect? Because you're so concerned about Hutchinson on that right side and what he's able to do, especially what he did last year with 4.5 sacks.
Pete, I'm not really that concerned about Aiden Hutchinson unless Tampa falls behind and it forces Baker and the boys to have to pass every single down.
Right.
But if that's why I'm saying, if you don't have to get into a shootout with this team and you can play ball-controlled football, that will set up the play-action pass. That is going to force Aiden Hutchinson to make that first initial step in. Hang on. Once you start to having to think out there instead of playing, he's not the same player, and he's not the same player as he was last year, Pete.
Well, he may not be the same player. He may not be because, again, you had that dramatic injury. So at least takes it takes a couple years. It takes a couple years to come back from that. But still, it concerns me because that right side has been a concern. David Zuzman. So what's your biggest concern? What's your confidence level at this point?
And the score prediction.
Yes, give me a score prediction.
But there is a way. So, for example, like if you line up White on the right side of Mayfield, and then you have also a tight end to cover the right side, I think it's really good because Rashad White, he's a really good blocker. So I think that should take care of the problem.
Well, then wouldn't you want Baker to be under center rather than being in the shotgun?
Yeah. I would rather slide him to the right side so that Hutchinson will be less encouraged to go, knowing that there was at least two other players that can chip him. And my score prediction is Bucs 35, Lions 20. I think we're gonna have a massive win today.
I agree too with that. Good stuff, David Zuzman. Appreciate the call. We'll see you on the post game edition. All right.
Now you can play with
Go Bucs. Go Bucs.
Yes, absolutely. Go Bucs. Go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up. Yeah! Shake and bake. We got the job, baby.
Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's go out to Alex. Alex, welcome to the Evolution. You're on with yours truly, along with the Greek.
Watch this.
Harry the Greek. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait, watch this.
That's good enough to suck right there.
All right, go ahead, Alex.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing?
Fantastic. Weren't you supposed to come out here and buy dinner?
Yes.
I know. I just got caught up. But listen, I just wanted to give you guys my keys to how the Bucs are going to win because we are going to win.
Okay, good.
So a couple things that the Bucs need to do is the offensive line has got to be the key because I think you're going to see a lot more in the passing game than the run game tonight.
Right.
So if the offensive line can stay key, but it's going to really – I'm not even worried about the offense, honestly. To be honest with you, I'm not even worried about anything to do with our offense.
You're not worried about Ibuka coming back too early. You're not worried about not having Bucky Irving. Would you be worried if you didn't have Mike Evans or Emeka Ibuka? Because then it means you can line up in the slot. Peter's in the X and I'm in the Y. We still winning?
Well, yeah, because you won last week with Cam.
That was a good one, right?
Yes,
I'm going to tell you why.
You won. Hold on. You won last week with Cam Johnson and Tez Johnson and Sterling Shepard. So this team has shown that it really doesn't matter who Baker Mayfield is throwing to as long as you have, knock on wood, Baker Mayfield healthy and you can protect him. And that's the big time key tonight. You'll keep the pressure off of him. And I think what Realtor David Zuzman was trying to say is you slide that protection to the right side. Maybe you chip off a tight end or you chip on a running back, and then you let somebody else beat you and get pressure. And we've seen whenever Baker Mayfield gets pressure in his face, he's able to run. He did that last year with that big time win, 20-16 win.
You're
the Bucs
bringing
once
up great
again.
points, but again, you're playing a totally different team. You're also going to be on the road. This is Detroit.
True.
And they're coming off that ugly loss against Kansas City. Run the football, sets up the play-action pass, Tampa wins. You don't run the football, and you can't set up the play-action pass, it could be a very long night. But I really hope I'm correct and they can get that running game going.
Well, and again, nothing to write home about because you don't have Bucky Irving tonight, but you're going to have Rashad White. did
And
a good
Tucker.
job. And Sean Tucker.
They both did a great job.
Yes.
You don't hear me knocking them.
No, definitely not. I think it comes down to, again, run pass differential, but you would have to be a fool to think that they're not going to at least try to expose that. If you're an offensive coordinator, if you're Josh Grizzard, you're looking at that matchup and you're kind of salivating, if you will, if you're Baker Mayfield and these wide receivers coming back, because you have no secondary with the Detroit Lions. And also this team, you talk about it, no Aaron Glenn. He was a great defensive coordinator. And your coach, no Ben Johnson. So, yes, they're 4-2, but I don't think they're a better team than they were last year.
Well, let me ask you a question.
I think they've taken a step back.
You know what? I got to be, and the NFL stands for no friggin' logic.
Of course.
Okay.
Yes.
Which Detroit team are you going to get? Are you going to get the Detroit team that took to the Bears 52 points and go ahead and just score all over them? But hold on. But is this Bear teams as bad as what people think? No, they're leading the National Football League right now in turnovers.
Sure.
They're the hottest team in football, believe it or not, with 4 straight consecutive wins in a row.
Absolutely. Well, the hottest team in football right now is the Indianapolis Colts and the Bucs.
Now they are, but I'm talking about prior to that game.
Right.
But what I'm asking is, which Detroit team are you going to get? Are you going to get the Detroit team that put 52 on Chicago, or are you going to get the Detroit team when you can play some defense against them? And wait a minute, made them kind of look pedestrian. And I do agree with your assessment with Glenn going to New York and Ben Johnson going over to Chicago.
Yeah.
They may not be as good, but when you put 52 points up on a team that can play defense, who's leading the league right now in takeaways,
yes,
that's something to be a little bit worried about. Alex, appreciate the phone call, but what I want from you is a final
score prediction. Yes.
Well, I wanted to answer your question though before all that. You asked me before that, being Harry the Greek. You asked me, are they rushing a mega back? Here's how I think the Bucs are looking at this game, and then I'll answer your question about the score. The Bucs are looking at this like a playoff game, in my opinion. Yes, it's week 7, but it is a big win always against the Lions, because I don't know why, but it just seems at the end of the year, every year, it comes down to the Lions, and you do not want to play a playoff game in Detroit on the road if it came down to that. So
Correct.
I think they're putting in their weapons in.
Detroit's schedule is a lot harder. This isn't the end of the world.
Agreed,
If they lose this game, it's not the end of the world. I don't think Detroit's going to. They're
if
not
this
all
was
that
the
in a bag of
Saints-
chips.
Right. Alex, I definitely understand. So give me a score prediction here. We got to run, my friend, because we're almost up against it.
It's 35-21 Bucs over the Lions.
Wow,
That's
that is there you go. I like that score. I do. I definitely think, and you look at last
Pete,
year's
if
numbers.
if I told you 44-10, you'd even love it more.
Well, absolutely. I love it more. But you look at Jared Goff's numbers last year, threw the ball 55 times, 307 yards, 2 interceptions. So the Bucs were able to get pressure on him. Will they be able to get pressure? Will they be able to duplicate that
You know,
effort?
when he threw those picks, he was frustrated. He threw it in the zone coverages. I'm
Correct.
just letting you know.
And Zion McCollum is
Yep.
coming back. He had an
Absolutely.
interception in that game. Benjamin Morrison is going to be back in this game tonight. So you get back to your corners. And then, by the way, Jamel Dean, defensive player, NFC defensive player of the week last week. Let's go out to the comments here. I know we've been neglecting you, but let's
we haven't
not do
neglected
that.
you. Peter's neglected you. The Greek would never do that to
Go
you.
Bucs. So we're just going to keep that short. Let's go Buccaneers. Let's go Buccaneers. Sitton says, let's go defense. Again, that defense, we're not talking about them. But again, you're getting back Zion McCollum, who played well last year, who's played well this year, who's really stepped up. And, of course, the matchup is going to be this.
What?
Who is going to be on Amon-Ra St. Brown, who has absolutely killed the
Play
Bucs. He's
zone.
been a big
Play, and I'm predicting it now. Whatever the yardage is for Amon-Ra St. Brown, play the under this time. They are not going to play the same way they have in the past couple of years. They will play more zone against them. They're going to show a lot of signs of running man, and watch. You're going to have a lot of safety and linebacker squeezing on them.
And by the way, this camera shot looks fantastic. my
Thank
friend.
you. I
You did a
appreciate
great job.
it. Ray,
Thank you very
suck,
much.
by the way, just to let you know.
Thanks for coming out and helping me, Harry. Sorry, Ray. I don't know. Audio is a little low. That's okay. We got it.
Now.
We got
It's
it
perfect.
now. It's good. Yaya with 2 sacks tonight.
You have to keep playing with your mic.
Well,
don't
it
you?
just keeps on going.
Didn't
back
your
and
father
forth.
ever tell you you're going to grow hair in your knuckles from doing that?
Yaya with 2 sacks tonight. Go Bucs. He had 2 sacks last week. He showed up again, 6 sacks by that defensive line. Can they generate enough pressure? Can Elijah Roberts, the rookie, can he show up? Can Vita Vea, can he push the line? Because we know when you get interior pressure in Gall's face, like you said, he gets frustrated. He'll give you a couple interceptions. Not saying this line's offense isn't good.
Listen, that's one of the better offensive line in football.
Right.
But people really, really negate the fact and neglect the fact, about giving the props to Tampa's defensive front four.
Yes.
They can get pressure. You get pressure with that front four, and you don't have to blitz as much. Listen to me. This is like an oxymoron statement. Can you imagine, the coach not blitzing as much?
Right.
Okay, you know that's a fallacy. But I'm just saying, they may not have to blitz as much in this game. If they do and you play a lot of zone, you will frustrate this offense for Detroit, and
Correct.
he will give you the football. It is Jared Goff, okay? This isn't Joe Montana.
No, it's not. But he has thrown against the Bucs before. Again, he threw for over 307 yards.
What's your keys?
He's done well. For me, it's, again, turnover. You won the turnover battle last year. You were injured. You've been able to win the turnover battle. Baker Mayfield, only one interception coming into this game. The hottest quarterback in the National Football League. Looks like the MVP. You got to win that turnover battle. I think you're right, but I think you run the ball when you're up in this game, and I think that's what you do. I think you have a plethora of players out of this game for the Lions, and that's where you take advantage of it. It's time to see what this offense has with Mike Evans. If Ibuka is banged up, what does Mr. Mike Evans have after not having 3 games? So get the ball to Evans, definitely run the ball, have balance to it, and take care of the ball. And you got to get after Jared Goff, and somebody's got to defend St. Brown, whether it's Jamel Dean, Zion McCullum, or Benjamin Morrison, or Jacob Parrish. This is the reason why you draft those back-end guys that are young in the first place for matchups like this. And once you shut down St. Brown, then you have to worry about Jamison Williams, who's definitely hurt the Bucs also with the deep ball. 34-21 Bucs. Ed says, who wants to hear Harry? Very funny. Raina says, hey, great guys. LFB, glad. I think he said, she said, glad you're a Bears fan or something like that. Let's go Bucs. I don't know. Master Peter, thank you very much. Kirby for tuning in here. Let's go out to you. I think it'll be a high scoring game, but I have no idea what will happen. That's the reason why you play the games in the first place, because we've seen it. We've seen it last night. You look at the Falcons game, going back to it in the division. Did you think that San Francisco was going to outplay the Atlanta Falcons? But yet that's exactly what they do here.
I picked it.
And look,
wow,
look at this. Look at this, my friend. What do we got here? What do we got? Come over here real quick. Share that mic.
Come on
We
over.
got Brennan, the general manager
Come on
here.
over, Brennan.
Come on. What do we got here? What is this?
So they're California rolls, but it's actually fried in a spring roll. And then it's got crispy rice noodles on the bottom with sesame seed on top and our homemade sauce on top.
All right.
Now, whose creation was this, if you don't mind me asking?
So we have a new kitchen assistant manager back there. So Aaliyah, she's right over here behind you. So she just helped me put this together. So it was a little bit of all of ours, but she's the one that just whipped this together, made it all look nice and pretty. So she's over here.
I want Leah to get in here.
Come on
here, Leah.
down.
Come
We're
here.
down here live at Tampa Joe's
Leah, come on in
9316
here.
Anderson Road.
Leah, I'm Harry the Greek.
Yes,
That's
I'm Peter Blake, the Rolex reporter.
You made
Tell us
this.
about
So
this.
Yes. What inspired you to do this?
I've been in sushi for like 12 years, and I just have a really big feeling about Japanese culture. So when he told me he had a sample, I was like, okay, well, let's run with that and we'll see how it goes.
All right.
Right here at Tampa Joe's, you can get this right here. And you know what? This lady looks like she can throw it down. So let me ask you a question. If I need something low sodium, you're going to hook a brother
Gotcha.
up?
I'm all about that.
She's all about
All right,
it.
low sodium for you. I'm definitely going to get.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yes,
out.
absolutely.
So cool. Give it to me.
All right, great stuff there. This is what you get here at Tampa Joe's, 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Harry, the Greek professional handicapper
And
extraordinaire.
probably one of the best sous chefs there are.
And one of the great general managers of
looking
this
at it.
place,
I am a
place
food producer,
Brennan,
by the way.
who will take care of us. Get down here tonight. Watch your Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the Detroit Lions as we're about 5 minutes away from game time.
I'll hold these.
I know you will. Let's go back out to these comments here. We'll read these. The secondary is banged up. We can explode. Thank you, Brennan. Appreciate you. And yes, and definitely listen. Bucs fans, this is for you. Away watch parties. USF Bulls fans. By the way, 6-1 coming into Memphis this week. I'll be here.
They win
3
out. They're
times.
going to the playoffs.
Playoffs. Absolutely. We'll be here live on Saturday. Not sure what time, but 3 times this week. The Sports Web will be live here from Tampa Joe's, giving you everything you want when it comes to sports talk, television, sports content locally here in the Tampa Bay area. There's nobody else doing it. It's a live TV show without the TV station. It's a live radio show without the radio station, with sound effects and phone calls. And yes, sometimes we have a little sound difficulties, but you know what? We make it happen here on the evolution of sports talk television, my friend.
I
Yes.
got to go ahead and upset some people.
Go for it.
Okay, but not with this. I'm on Ross St. Brown for the people that are out there gambling. His over and under is 80.5 yards. Don't be afraid.
Yes.
Please play the under in that. So, Emeka Ibuka's 56.5. You can put him on hold for a second.
Yes, Abraham, stand by.
Emeka Ibuka's 56.5 points right now. I'm going to tell you to stay away from that one because we don't know what Emeka is going to be coming in. Mike Evans is 63.5 yards. I'm going to tell you to avoid it. But you know what I'm not going to tell you to avoid?
What's that?
And I don't even like this wide receiver, Sterling Shepard. He's 28.5 yards. Bet the over because he's going to get 3 to 5 receptions, and one of them is going to be for more than 20 yards. But Buck fans, let me tell you what you need to be upset about. This game dropped all the way down to -5 for Detroit. Are you sitting down? They're getting 6 points. So if you like the Buccaneers, like Harry the Greek does, and like Peter Blake does,
yes,
you go out there and bet now, bet off, and bet real frequent because you're getting 6 points. The total's 54.5. Stay away from it because this game, it may not go over. I'm leaning toward it does, and it very well could be over by halftime. Don't be afraid to take it. Buccaneers plus the 6. Stay away from the money line and bet the 54.5. Peter?
We'll read the rest of these comments, so we come back on halftime here. Let's go out to Abraham. Abraham, quickly, score prediction, and we got to run.
Okay, I say it's going to be either a shootout or it's going to be very close.
Well, that's Captain Obvious at this point. Give me a score here real quick.
All right, Peter, I got you.
Hold on, I got a fan I'm going to bring in too.
Stand by.
37-31.
37-31. Who, Detroit or Tampa?
Tampa.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Thanks, Abraham.
37-31. Appreciate you. Come on. Hurry up, Warren. Got 3
Steve,
minutes away.
Bring Brendan up.
Okay.
2.
Good stuff. Sun Devil Dave out here. Guys, get on the back if you want to.
This is my little nephew. This is Steven. Steven, who do you like tonight?
Bucs.
And what do you think the final score is going to be?
26-18.
What's the what do the Bucs have to do to be? What's your keys of the game? Quick.
Run the football.
Run the football.
Listen to you. Listen to you.
Hold on. The fruit don't fall far from the tree, little
I
brother.
see that. I see that.
Now let me get the younger one in here.
All right, come on.
Who
We
do you
got
like
Sun
tonight?
Devil Dave.
The Bucs.
The Bucs?
Yeah.
What's the final score?
I don't know. All I know is the Bucs are going to win.
All right. That's
Sun Devil Dave.
Sun Devil Dave, come on.
Old school way.
What is that?
Bucs win 56-zip.
Wow, 56 zip
Oh,
right
God.
there.
All right, that's enough of this.
All right, prediction right there, Harry the Greek. Go ahead.
Prediction,
Yes.
Detroit 31, Tampa 28. They're going to lose a heartbreaker, but they're going to cover the 6 points.
Tampa Bay wins easily, 35-20. Tampa Bay will expose that secondary tonight while Baker Mayfield runs through the offense. It's Mike Evans, Emeka Ibuka. Finally, they got those guys back. We'll see you at halftime for the great Harry the Greek professional handicapper extraordinaire. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for fans of the Sports Web and the Tampa Bay sports fan, it's your time. We'll see you next time here
Hold on.
at
And
halftime. Yes.
Stephen Jr., your dad loves you very much. We're really proud of what you're doing up there in Missouri. We're going to get you on the show one of these times.
All right, my friend, we'll definitely do that. We'll see you on the evolution of Sports Talk Television at halftime, live here from Tampa Joe's 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. See you soon, guys.
Come by.